I am DK, and here with me is Som.
Oh, I love Rento Saka. If I can get a shirt that says that, I will wear that. So, what about you?
This is Otaku Friends. We have a security off by now. We promise the next episode we will not talk about
What is an anime without fan service, right?
from weak and disrespected to insanely powerful.
The story pulls no punches.
And he gets sent pretty much down to the pits of hell.
I actually based a character in my light novel off of her.
I can't wait to read the comic.
I love action anime. That's all me right there.
Yeah, kind
I'm a Filipino.
Your pet.
That sucks. There's like a bunch of isekais out there.
The adventure, the heroes. It gets even bigger. The enemies are stronger. Hey everyone, welcome back to Otaku Friends. I'm DK. Here with me is my co-host Som, and today we're talking about some of our current and favorite animes. What's on our watch list?
Yeah, that's right, guys. We got a lot to cover with anime, epic battles, intense action, and things that we can't wait to share what's on our mind in our watch list.
Great. So, as always, we like to hear from you, our listeners, our viewers, or subscribe. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow us. Much appreciated. Stay up to date with the latest conversations here at Otaku and Friends. But with that said, though, like I said, we want to hear from you. What anime are you currently obsessed with? What are you watching? What's your favorite?
Yeah, exactly. Share your favorites with us. Like, shoot, start a conversation with us. Like, come on, tell us what is the best anime out there right now.
Yes, what gets you excited? Love to hear from you. So today we'll each be talking about our three of our current favorites and give you some, quick honorable mentions as well, what's from our watch list. So with that said, let's go and get started. So Sam,
Yes.
what's first on your list?
All right, I got a good one. It's Bleach. Bleach, and not only that, the Thousand Year Blood War arc. Oh man, that one to me, like just amazing. Like just the fact that you're able to see the side of the story of the Quincy,
Hmm.
a lot of the character developments. Like it's really nice to see like the gang back together after all those years. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, like man, like of course everybody knows what Bleach is. They've seen Bleach. I mean, like it's been around for a while, and with it being back now, it's cultivating new fans, and they're
Yes.
going back and watching the old stuff, and they're watching the new stuff now. But man, like, oh God, I love Bleach, and I love that Thousand Year Blood
So
War.
like you just mentioned though, Bleach has been around for a long time. So what do you think makes it such a timeless favorite for so many fans out there?
Well, for me, I think it's just the uniqueness of the story. I mean, you got some kid that has no idea that these things called hollows and ghosts and stuff like that exist, except he could see them. But he and then like out of nowhere, something crazy happens, and then he goes through this journey, and just the way that they portrayed his journey in the story and all the characters that came together, it just made it so iconic. You
Mm,
know,
yes.
it's probably one of the best shonens out there, to be honest.
No, yeah, especially when it came out, originally during its time. Totally. And now
Yeah.
with its fresh reboot, yeah, I totally see how that. But with that said, though, how do you feel about Bleach coming back then after so many years? Do you think it holds up with modern anime?
Yeah, because just the fact that, it has a fresh storyline, and the way that they portray it, like I think it keeps up with the current time. It's a classic, but yet
Mhm.
new. The animation, the uh the animation alone was amazing. I mean, like if you compare it to the animation back then to where the animation is now, like
Yeah,
wow, that drastic changes a lot and makes the anime look even better in the storytelling. It's amazing. They did a
yeah,
great job.
great. Yeah, a really good fresh reboot. Even though it's again, it's continues, with a different story arc. And for fans out there, in case you don't know about the Thousand Year Blood War arc, So really quick, give you a quick little blurb of what's that about in case you don't know, or maybe you just want to go back and rewatch it, or even start from the beginning with Bleach. In fact, I think I might even have to do that. But so the so the arc continues with Ichigo Kurosaki journey as he faces the Quincy, a powerful enemy with a long-standing grudge against the Soul Society. The arc brings high stakes battles and intense character development as Ichigo uncovers more about his past and his powers.
Yes. And yeah, and for those who don't know, I don't know if I should. Oh wait, you know what? This is a spoiler. So if you guys see this right now,
Spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler alert. Even this kind of blew me out the water a little bit. But Ichigo, his dad's a Shinigami, and his mom is a Quincy, and that's crazy. That's the part where he uncovers more about his past and his powers, and it's the fact that he's half Soul Reaper, half Quincy. It's pretty amazing.
Dun, dun,
It's pretty
dun.
cool. Yeah.
So, and that brings back, like you just said, is Ichigo's growth and the conflict to his life as well with the what you just mentioned there. So
Yeah.
awesome. So what's next on your list then?
The next one on my list, and a lot of people, when I say this name, they'll probably be like, "Ah, you like that one, huh?" Yes, I do, and it's Akame ga Kill or No Kill, however you want to say it. I really, I really like this one, man. This one was like, Tatsumi, like you just love him, right? As a character in the story, he's got his buddies with him, and they're gonna, go to like, you know, to the city or to the capital and try to earn a living and blah blah
Mhm.
blah. But then his friends, die. They get killed. So Tatsumi is already thrown like straight into the fire, pretty much. Um, at this point, the stakes for him are very high. It like God, dude, like the story pulls no punches, man. Like it just hits you, dude. Everybody just, oof, they just
I think that's
die.
a good way of putting it. You're right. They pull no punch.
Man,
Uh, but really quick to our fans or viewers, Akame ga Kill follows Tatsumi, a young fighter who joins Night Raid, an assassin group dedicated to overthrowing a corrupt empire. So the series explores themes of justice, sacrifice, and loyalty.
yes.
So with what you're just saying, like pulling no punches, with the strong um, character dynamics there. Uh, do you think the brutality in Akame ga Kill is pretty unforgiving? Do you think
Yeah,
that's the
I think it
storytelling
is.
does or do you think it'll alienate viewers?
I think it's by preference, honestly. Like for me, my preference is, obviously, like we've discussed many times. I love action. Right?
Mm.
Plenty of action in that one. Killing off characters. I, I, I think it's for me, it's a little too brutal because you grow attached to some of these characters, and when they get killed like that, it kind of makes you feel a certain way. And I'm sure the viewers who are watching this now could agree with me on that.
It's not as much like the brutality in the killing or not, because like we talk about like say like uh Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer, a lot of killing in that one. But
Yeah,
this is
there's
more so like you just said, it's like you get attached to some of these characters, and all of a sudden like wait, they're gone now.
yeah, like no, how could you kill mine? How could you kill? Actually, mine lives in the manga, I think. Yeah, mine does live. Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
but they killed everybody. They killed everybody
I
in
can't read
the
your mind, man. I didn't tell they told everything.
anime. Oh my god. Yeah, just one after another, man. Everybody in Night Raid, one after another.
Yeah, tirade. Oh,
Yeah. He also, one thing I like to mention, he is Tatsumi is the only character that I've seen in an anime, main character, to actually die in the anime. Yeah.
And this is not like Isekai died and then reincarnated either.
Yeah,
So was
it's
that
not
a
like he's
spoiler
getting
alert? I mean,
isekai.
just spoiler alert on that one. I mean, honestly, too late.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But
this has been around for a while, so I mean, go check it out if you haven't. But I mean, sorry, apologize for some.
yes, yes, please do.
I saw do a better job. It's like, okay, is this going? But anyway, no, but yes, you make an excellent point. So thanks for bringing that up. And
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely.
I mean, again, I another reason why it's on your list is one of your favorites, and also, it should be on anybody's watch list. Go back, check it out. So please do.
Definitely.
On top of which, feel free to comment, leave your feedback on, Som's picks and everything, even though we have another one to discuss shortly, but love to hear your feedback, more so your thoughts on Akame ga Kill so far, and as well as with Bleach. So, and speaking of which, next one, what else is on your list?
Vinland Saga. I
Mm,
really like Vinland Saga, man. There's God, just like if we want to talk about like character development, the main character Thorfinn, like you literally watch him grow up.
So
Literally.
So really quick, for those that may not heard of Vinland Saga, it's been out for a while now, but Vinland Saga is set in the age of Vikings, following Thorfinn, which Sam just mentioned, a young warrior seeking revenge against Oxlad, my bad,
Askeladd. Yep.
Askeladd. Sorry, I'm just trying Askeladd. The man who killed his father. It's a story of revenge, honor, and the search for peace. So I've tried to switch between not making excuses, but it's just like, oh, from like, okay, how to enunciate, pronounce vowels in Japanese versus Scandinavian, or going
Exactly. I struggle with the Japanese part.
Askeladd, yeah. So I got you covered on the on that part. So, but
There you go.
so.
Thanks.
But anyway, so yeah, great Viking story, everything. So what were you saying about Thorfinn?
Yeah, so Thorfinn, like, just his character development, man. He's a young kid, he really adored his father. Um, and his father ends up getting killed by Askeladd. And when Askeladd killed him when he was young, Thorfinn swore on his life to kill Askeladd. And pretty much you go through this weird, like, it's so weird because like he ends up joining Askeladd. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
So after
Well,
he joins,
what do you think about Thorfinn's journey then? Is like, do you think his search for peace is relatable for audiences today? Because he just said about the whole with the revenge, and then joining the guy that killed his dad, and then but he's actually kind of also want to search for um like a certain peace as well, besides his revenge. Do you think that that's relatable, or is it kind of like
I
it's just
think
out there?
that would be a little more hard to relate to because, like not trying to sound dark or anything, but like not a lot of us had a father that was, I guess you would say, killed. So we can't really relate to that, but what we can relate to is by sympathizing with him, with his character, right? So when you do that, I mean, can some ease and what I really like is like when you see when you get to that point where he's found his freedom and his peace, that's where I guess like people's life where they find their peace and then people who see something like that where he gone through this journey where he finally found peace, there are others who can relate to that as well. That's how
Okay.
I see it. Yeah.
Awesome. So do you think that Vinland Saga then strikes the right balance between, say, historical epic and character drama?
Yes, it actually hits all of those notes on the spot, actually. Yeah, it's great.
Awesome. So anyway, so any other thoughts on your take with Vinland Saga, why it's on your list?
Yeah, just the journey of one character of having to go so much, I guess, trauma and learning, and then eventually finding his peace. It's great. It's really, really great. Yeah. Hits you in the soul.
Well, for everybody out there, yes, please go ahead and check out Vinland Saga. Let us know what you think about it. Yeah, we'll love to hear your feedback, and I'm sure Sam would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on what you think of Vinland Saga, anything we may have missed, what you agree or disagree with us. Love to hear from you. So,
Yep.
but moving on, so those are three of Sam's top favorites on his list and on his watch list for those of you to go ahead and watch if you haven't checked it out already. So I guess we'll start off with
With yours.
yeah, uh,
DK, what is your first favorite one?
well, right now I mean, I have quite a bit of favorites, but on my current watch list right now is Shangri-La Frontier. It's one of my favorites. It's a fun take on the whole VR or the um, oh, what would you call it? It's like the like that
You're a
immersive.
gaming genre?
Yeah, it's a gaming genre, so similar to like
Yeah.
your SAO and everything. So
Yeah.
it's your uh uh, immersive, MMO, RPG, gaming genre. So with a lot of humor and great world building. I think this is something that I really liked about with the whole backstory to it with the whole game that Shangri-La Frontier, that's the name of the game actually, Shangri-La Frontier or Sylph for short. I actually read the manga as well as watching the anime, and the adaptation's really great.
Hmm.
And not only that, the I mentioned the world building and
Yeah.
and then you start off really getting to know the main character, uh, Rakuro Hizutome really well.
Yeah.
So really quick,
Yeah.
let me give you the synopsis is Shangri-La Frontier follows Rakuro Hizutame, an expert gamer who dives into a new VR game or your MMO, your immersive MMO VR game, Shangri-La Frontier, known for its vast world and challenging gameplay. Along the way, he forms bonds with other players and faces dangerous challenges, all while pushing the boundaries of the gaming abilities. And not only that, he has his friends from who are one of them is a professional gamer, a Japanese professional gamer is on the Japan team or was on one of the squads, as well as another like avid gamer as well. Friends are hilarious, and then the thing with Hizotome is he's a trash game addict. So it starts off with this guy finds trash games, meaning like games that are what it is it's like it's trash because either like the graphics all messed up or they're difficult to even want to play or pass, let alone there's like no real reward. But he challenged himself and he passes these games. So he's a real gamer, but he doesn't play anything like mainstream. In fact, he doesn't want it. So Sylph was something that he picked up almost on a whim because he goes to the game store and asks the shopkeeper there what should I play next, and so she got him onto this Sylph game. And there's also a love interest involved there as well. So it's
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's a great story all around, but it's really humorous and the so anyway, it's a lighthearted tone mixed with serious gameplay mechanics, making it stand out from other like game-based genres. So
Yeah.
like SAO, this is a really good one to follow up with. I think to me like this is something that an anime we've been waiting for after SAO. Don't get me wrong, like there's been other animes out there, even manga that do the whole gaming thing, but this one
Yeah. So
does it
do you,
really.
do you do you you think like, about anime, about, gaming, like gaming animes like Shangri-La, Frontier, you think it really captures like the feeling of like them being in a game, or do you think they kind of exaggerated, because you did mention like the guy playing trash games just to challenge himself, like
Yeah.
what do you
Well, and I think that kind of like just brings a little more of a side of the the main character that what's his skill set like, and why is he so invested in gaming or in this game, and it also talks about his own family where he has to like set aside one day, like family day with the family, that pretty much like have like family dinner, whatnot. So uh I think that the balance it takes there, because this goes back to the whole world building or the story building aspect, to where I feel that the writers, the creator themselves, they thought about this one, and you could tell they were having fun with it, because the characters, all of them, they add each of their personalities add something special to the story, even though a lot of it's like, yeah, there's tropes and everything, but it fits it so well uh to self to SLF, that's what makes it unique, fun to watch, as
Hmm.
well as um, again the main character, Hizutome, his determination and gaming prowess, adds just the layer of excitement, and maybe like a lot of real relatability for gamers. But again, like it's not like we have the whole the immersive MMO gaming yet.
Yeah,
I mean, according
yeah,
to
exactly.
SAO, SA was supposed to be released how many years ago now? So
I know, right? Still
still
waiting
waiting.
on it.
But it's just like with Back to the Future, right? We're supposed to have flying cars back in 2015, and the Cubs did not win the World Series back in 2015. Just by the way, a year later though. But
Yeah, a year later, close. They were close. So do you think Shangri-La Frontier captures, that good balance between like the fun gaming and like the serious stakes better than like other similar animes, kind of like SAO and stuff?
no, yeah, I think it does a really great job. I think with like with SAO, you got to know more of the like Kirito, outside the game there, as well as the friends and everything, how they're all connected. And with Shangri-La Frontier, same thing, especially if you read further in the manga and everything, because there's a huge story arc which is actually outside of Sylph, with the whole other like, gaming event, and you find out more, in those like gaming events and everything. So keep reading, keep watching. The second season, just started not too long ago. Check it out, and you'll see. But yeah, I think anime, the anime is so far a great adaptation. The storytelling, the pace and everything's really good right now. The humor is definitely translated from the manga into the anime, and then more, and more so uh, I like how they capture really the not only the feeling of the game, but the I don't want to say they don't I don't want to say they exaggerate the drama, but I think that the show, like how the drama in the game for these gamers, though it may look exaggerated, it's like, to me it's like, yeah, that's relatable. Now I can't really say I was a real hardcore gamer or anything. Maybe like back in high school or junior. Actually, no, it was like junior high. Actually, junior high was like oh no, it was high school. High school is like when Counter-Strike like really started coming out, or like the tail end of
Yeah.
for me.
Have
Uh,
you rage quit before?
no.
I have. I have before.
So you could
Uh,
tell I mixed into my whole gaming experience. But I was, with the online gaming stuff, is I was more like your what was it, doing the whole network gaming of what is it called? It was um oh, Command and Conquer. Oh god, that was like back in the day, Command and
Man,
Conquer. Do you remember Command and Conquer?
I don't.
Yeah, that's probably before your time, man. It's like Command.
Yeah, probably. You remember Oregon Trail?
Yeah, I played Oregon Trail. Like that
Me
was like
too.
back in like
Oh,
computer classes. We got to play when we got finished with our typing. That was
yeah.
yeah, that was like fifth grade for me, man. It was like, yeah,
That's a long time ago.
it
Long
was.
time ago.
I don't know, like,
Oh,
yeah, but
Admiral.
and then also like when I was in college, whatever, in our dorms, like we um dorm mates down the hall, we were able to do like the whole like Warcraft stuff. This is before World of Warcraft, where you can like log in and like play campaigns and everything. Like this is how
Yeah.
it is. So Counter started to play a lot like the tail end of it for me, and then I got more into console gaming after that. So
Yeah. I think a lot of us did, you know?
I was a huge Tekken person. I know we got sidetracked there, but
Yeah, yes, yes, we did.
oh
That
yeah,
was just
oh yeah,
that-
anime. Oh yeah, watch list. Okay, well,
Yeah,
check
what's your
out
next one?
Shangri Frontier. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Please give me your feedback. Leave us your feedback. Let us know. Also, let us know if what your favorites are too, or something we missed, whatnot, or others in this genre that we should check out as well. Love to start the conversation. Then, so next one on the list. Not sure if you
Yes.
heard this
Next
one.
one.
Is Bluelock. So I've been
Isn't it
hooked
that
on Bluelock. It's totally
soccer?
different take on, yes, it's totally different take on like the whole sports anime, combining, soccer with intense psychological competition of it. It's because it's not like your typical sports one, like Hayaku, the whole volleyball thing or the
Yeah. Wow, what's the basket? Karuko no Basket.
oh yeah, yeah. See it's and then it really is all about soccer. And like I just mentioned, it's just like how these guys start thinking, or the main character starts thinking about like how do they get better uh at their game in this competition, trying to vie for Japan's #1 striker. So totally different take. I mean, I'm not sure if any of our viewers, listeners, focus or watch mostly sports anime. It's not one of my ones that I typically focus on, but if it's a good anime, I want to watch it and read the manga and everything. Because the don't judge you for this, because the other, I guess you could call it a sports. I don't know if you really call it a sports anime, though it kind of is. It's more slice of life, really. But is I'm not sure if you heard of this one. Some is Chihara Furu. They only did three
Chihaya.
seasons, and it was like a while ago. And the manga series is complete, but it's about karuta. It's a Japanese card game where you like slap the cards and everything, and you try to collect
Oh,
cards and everything. And
oh,
they recite like the Japanese poetry and everything. So that was probably the last like major sports one I probably watched, besides um like the what is it, Hayaku, and the volleyball one. And I'm sure I know there's been a couple other ones, but anyway,
that,
so
that is interesting.
yeah. I keep getting sidetracked here. So for those of you who don't know Blue Lock, second season just started not too long ago as well. So Blue Lock centers on a unique and intense training program designed to find Japan's top soccer striker. So after Japan's national team suffers a massive defeat, the Blue Lock program was set up, and it pits players against one another in a fierce competition, pushing them to their limits of their ability. So they pretty much take like all of these players, like about 100 of them, they lock them up in a compound pretty much, and they just go through all these challenges, and they just keep eliminating. It's really cool. They show like the state of the art facilities they get to play in and everything. I like their whatever like robot goalies and everything. So it's all
They
these
got
stories like from these like high school teams, so forth, or just out of high school, semi-pro people, whatnot, that are future stars to become Japan's next striker. So you pretty much are like playing like all these strikers playing against one another. And in case you don't know what a striker is, they're pretty much your forward, your offensive person on a soccer team, where their only job is to go out, play offense, and score a goal. They don't give a shit about anybody else. It's like, pass the ball to me. I'm going to score that goal. I'm going to win. So you get all these, big personalities finding each other, butting heads and everything. It's great. And they're supposed to be on a team together. So think about like this is like different than like say with um how Japanese culture does well with team sports like baseball. You think, oh, soccer's the same. It's like yes and no. It's just that um with soccer, it really does take only like really one or two people to score in the whole team. Everybody else is just assisting those people. Whereas with those strikers or those few that are going to go and score a goal. Whereas baseball, it really is more of a team effort from
Yes.
offense to defense, so forth. Because you do need more than one person to get up to the plate to score, goals or to bring people home.
Yeah.
They touch on that, which is like really great. I like the whole background. So the unique character development, the competitive nature that feels like it's like a battle anime, really. It really is. It's like a battle royale anime. Uh,
That's crazy.
more than it is like a traditional sports series. So it's a totally different take. It's a competitive, almost like survival like nature of, and this is soccer trading, which adds
Yeah.
the stakes to every match. And then the whole
And,
animation and even the manga, it's really great. It's really cool like how they do it.
and I noticed one thing too that you didn't mention, but like, is there even a main character in this anime?
Yeah, we do follow one main character throughout the whole time, from the start actually. So you do follow uh m- at first you follow like a few like a almost like a team because they start off as like a team of five almost, but it's really just the main character of the in Bluelock that you're following uh and you're rooting for him. Well, at first I don't want to say at first you're like you're not, but then you are. So he's really good. But
Hmm.
his name is Yoichi Isagi. So
Yoichi Isagi.
Yoichi Isagi, and then there's a uh, and then sort of like what you're mentioning with like Akame got killed, where you get like other main characters like taken out and everything. And
Hmm.
then you start meeting these other players and they get eliminated too. So you start like not enough to like grow you form like this huge attachment, but but you get to know them for like a couple episodes, few episodes, and then get cut and then cut and cut.
Yeah, you're like, I like this character, then like, boom, cut.
Yeah, cut. You're cut.
Oh,
You're cut. You're cut. You're cut. Yeah.
yeah. That sucks. So Blue
So yeah.
Lock sounds very interesting. I know that like, sports anime are usually about teamwork, right? Kind of like, Kuroko no Basque, et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
Do you think like, Blue Lock, its vibe is different than like your individual, ambition or typical team spirit that we see in sports?
Um, well, no, it is a different vibe. You're totally right on that. It's so with the I think what Blue Lock does for me is that we want to say like yes, sports it's a commodity, it's a commodity. It brings people together and everything, and it does like especially on the fan perspective. But
Oh
this
yeah.
this is from the player's perspective, and so like
Yeah.
feel that's like oh no like they're there to win, they're there to get the fame, the glory. Like no, I'm scoring that goal. I think that's why with the Saga Blue Lock this makes much more sense than if we were to do a lot of other sports, because a lot of other sports you really, I mean, again, soccer you are relying upon the team, but really to win it really only takes like the one
You
person.
really need a
Yeah,
striker.
yeah, the
Yeah.
striker.
Exactly.
And I think when you throw in the psychological elements of one of the person who runs the Blue Lock program, ego, and so when you take into account like this whole Blue Lock program and where ego himself is like he knows like how single-minded, greedy and well, greedy or let alone like I said, these big personalities, how self-centered, egotistical these strikers are, and he uses it to their advantage. It's like this is what we need in order to win, for a Japanese team, for a Japanese team to win and become competitive on the world stage. And so I think that's what's great on how he uses that to drive each of the characters to their limits. And then we see with the main character again with uh Isagi, where we see him develop over the season and like I said, the anime and the adaptation is really great when they started showing more about whole like psychological like that development and everything that
Mm-hmm.
the storytelling keeps you excited, keeps you, it's like the visuals and everything. So I think they
Yeah.
did a great job doing that. So please
Yeah.
check it out if you haven't already. Even if you're not into sport, the story itself is really great because I think it transfers over to like I don't want to say other genres, but to other like stories uh sets, storytelling where it's about your main character m- getting stronger or overcoming adversity, and how to be the best.
Yeah.
So
That'd be number one. Yeah. So
on.
yeah. You think Bluelock, takes sports anime in like a new direction with like almost cutthroat take on teamwork or individualism?
See, definitely a new take. This is like what sports anime for me, like definitely a new take. Uh, I don't want to say it's like a balance. It works between the two because it is individualism that they focus on, but it does take a team in order to go ahead and win or beat the other team because they have to do matches. So you see the main character, Isagi, having to uh, work with the other teammates who have these big egotistical personalities, and how can he stay involved and stay relevant? And I don't want to say like he does like use them or use their skills, but he finds a way to work with them or to see what their strengths are or their weaknesses and to fill that gap or how he gets in there to be like, no, I'm a force to be reckoned with. So it's teamwork on that sense. Though
Yes.
but it's not altruistic teamwork. But there are good guys on that we see there that do have that teamwork mentality, knowing that we get there together still. So, like I said, I think it's a good balance, but it does show like the nitty gritty. I don't want to say total reality, but at the same time, though, there is quite a bit of that. It's where you play any sport. You're still focused on like what can I do to win or to add to the team? What's my value
Yeah.
and these are the
Yeah.
benefits I bring. So I think that's what Blue Lock focuses on as well is more individualism.
Yeah. Individualism with a sprinkle of teamwork in there. Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
That's
you can't get there without the team nonetheless. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I haven't seen Blue Lock yet, so that's definitely
but
one
definitely
that I'm
check.
gonna
Yeah,
list.
and
Yeah.
also, yeah, let us know what you think, everybody. Blue Lock. And
Yeah.
then next on my list, I'll continue on is I'm also enjoying Seirei Gensouki Spirit Chronicles because it mixes fantasy with reincarnation and a bit of mystery. And it's also a refreshing take on Isekai genre. So, because you don't know this by now, I'm a huge Isekai genre. So, um, yeah, it's like crap for me. So it's like if it's like an Isekai uh anime, manga, light novel. Yeah, I'll uh I'll take
You are Mr. Isekai.
yeah. Yeah. But this one's unique in the storytelling as well as the pacing and the I would say like the timing in the story with the isekais and the reincarnation. So but let me go in and jump into what this anime is about. So, Seirei Gensouki Spirit Chronicles follows Ryo, a young man, or when we meet him, it's a 7-year-old boy who discovers he possesses memories of a boy from modern Japan, or a young man from Japan, really. As he navigates his new life in a world filled with magic, he uncovers secrets about his origins and abilities while striving to protect those he cares about. So it's a dual life protagonist we have here, main character of Rio and Haruto put together. So Haruto was the guy that died in, let's just say, our world, and then
Then got Isekai.
and then his thoughts more so gets I would say his thoughts more so gets reincarnated into Rio. So and
Interesting.
yes, yeah. Uh, and then with that then so it's almost like a dual personality that Rio
Yeah.
with Haruto. But the thing is, but it blends together, so it's still one person. So it's real like having the memories of Haruto in him,
Yeah,
and then um, but he's balancing it out with his own life, because he's still a
yeah.
child, and other people are around him kind of notice that, oh, you're very mature for your age, like a 7-year-old. So really quick how it starts. I don't want to say this is spoilers, but in order to kind of grasp like why I like it so much, I kind of get to give it a little more of the backstory of how it starts. And this is in the very beginning. So if you watch the anime, you'll get in the first episode. If you read the manga, you'll get in the first couple chapters. In the light novel, you get it in the first couple chapters actually. So. And yes, I have read the light novel, I read the manga, the anime adaptations really well. I would say it probably follows more the light novel than the manga. Manga's good. The manga kind of starts off a little different. I don't mind it so much, but I think the light novel start and the way the anime decided to go more with the light novel start makes more sense because you want to start off knowing Haruto first instead of knowing Rio first. So Haruto Amakawa, it starts off with him like being in elementary school. His parents got divorced. He has to move away, and he's talking to this one girl. It's his like next door neighbor, who he has a crush on. She has a crush on him, saying, "Oh, we'll meet again. Don't go away." So he had to move somewhere far away. And then come high school, first day of high school, he sees her, but she's talking to another guy, and he never got a chance to talk to her after that because she went missing, so forth. So then he fast tracked to like his first year in university. He's taking the bus, kind of saying, "Yeah, everything's kind of been humbug because the girl of his dreams, whatever, disappeared. Never got to tell her how much he loved her, so forth." And then he gets in a bus accident and dies. And the next thing you know, he wakes up, and we see Rio there in this poor kid in the slums, 7 years old, and he's just like, who are these memories of, like, who's this Haruto guy? And the story kind of starts
Oh,
there, right? And so,
yeah.
and even like the people that kind of knew him at first, like these criminals, because he was because he was an orphan. His parents died when he was young, and so he was just living on the streets. So the only way he could really make it is to be the lookout or be an accessory to crime to all these thugs in the slums. And so even
Yeah.
they said that, oh, you seem different now, or whatnot, and even other people that he meets further on the way, it's like, you seem so mature for your age, for a 7-year-old. And even like Rio said, it's like, yeah, like his memories, like Haruto's memories are there. And it's like, so, it changes his own perception on like how he would act or how calm he is, or how he doesn't just react with emotions right away. And then, because even Rio has his own revenge story, his backstory and everything. He's seeking
Really?
revenge for his mom's murderer. So
Oh,
Haruto
okay.
is just like, is it that important to seek revenge? It's always, it's like you want to, spend your whole life doing that. And so it's like that whole balancing there. This is like a different take on Isekai. Like,
Dude, this is,
yeah,
yeah, this is completely different.
yeah. So the
Wow.
first season's already out, and the second season just started, and the second season picks up. I would say like if you read the manga like around like volume like 9 or 10, and then with the light novels, I would say it's about 5 or 6 or so. But for the second season, anyway, it's great story. I know I probably talked too much about this part, but yeah, that's just the backstory. And then it goes through where with Rio. Uh, Going from commoner, getting admitted to the Royal Academy for nobles and everything because he did a good deed, helped out the royal family and everything. You can watch the anime, you'll see, but the whole development and everything is great. And then he goes on his own journey to finds his own roots and everything where he comes from. We meet other characters along the way, and the whole isekai thing is. Uh, I don't want to give a spoiler now. We'll revisit this another time, another episode, because the whole time faction and time factor. It's really great, and it's a whole bombshell at the end of the first season. You'll love it, hopefully. please do. If not, please leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. So
So,
we know the isekai genre, it's packed, man. There's like a bunch of isekais out there, right?
mhm.
So do you think that like what makes it stand out? Or is it like do you think it adds so much emotions to the story to where you got like two different personalities in like one body
Yeah.
and like
So, you know, well, no, I think that's one way it makes it stand out is the whole uh two personalities.
hmm
And because of that, because of Haruto's personality, Rio gains um magical powers because of that. So
yeah.
it'll be explained later. So it just adds a huge, uh, well, it adds depth, a lot more depth to it than say other isekai reincarnation stories where they'll like with some stories where they get reincarnated, they'll get reincarnated like at a certain age, like oh boom, it's all of a sudden like I'm 5 years old and this is what but we don't know anything about it or like what like who was this person beforehand or other ones like with the what is it like the anime the Tommy game genre what is that villainous all roads all paths lead to doom
hmm
or when she gets reincarnated to like her one of her favorite Otome games and she gets reincarnated as a kid and also like her personality changed right when she got reincarnated but we don't know anything about the character before so that they were just a brat and then same with another I guess I don't want to say it's like a Otome game genre, but it is technically isekai with the Otome game, and those are also good too. So this one, it it goes more into depth with that person's backstory, Rio's backstory that you don't get in quite a few other animes. Or
It is interesting.
because if you think about
So
that, because like when they get reincarnated and they don't get like born like a newborn, like jobless reincarnation, like we start with the reincarnation like when the main character is born, with some other ones. But
yeah.
however, most of them when they get reincarnated as like a 5-year-old kid or somewhere down the line, like we don't know
hmm
much about that. So this
Yeah.
I take it as a different take where it's like this person already existed and now and I think it's important here that we meet Haruto first and see that side and because it makes more of the isekais later on down the road it makes more sense whereas with the manga you meet Rio first sort of how they do it and then it backtracks and then it's like but I know with manga storytelling it's different. However,
Yeah.
to me, it makes more sense to start off with Haruto because then you kind of learn more about what that timeline is, and you had to kind of like rethink it when the other isekais start happening. It's like, oh, okay.
Hmm. You think their approach to reincarnation and like how it impacts the story compared to other isekai animes? Like I think it's
I think um, it's different take that it's its own story and everything.
absolutely.
It's not the first isekai one to like kind of you know go back and forth with timelines. No, but the way they do it though. Oh, it's really good. It's a really good storytelling. The pace is really good too in the anime and the anime adaptation. Pacing is really good. The story building is good because at first you may say, "Oh, there's not much for story building," but that's what the episodes are for. You start finding out more because you're really finding out more what Rio through Rio's eyes, through his life. Where he's come from because you really just he's just an orphan. He doesn't really know where he comes from. He knows the name of the place, but he doesn't know anything about the culture or the country. So as he knows more, we know more, we find out more. So there is story building in it. It's just the pace of it is different. They're not gonna like data dump and like give you everything at once at first in the beginning, and then oh here we go. So you're learning along the way, and it makes sense. I mean, I think the way that they introduce it, it's like, oh, okay, yes, it's a good pace.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's definitely one I gotta check out now too. Thanks,
Yeah,
Dave.
I hope you
Thanks,
enjoy it.
DK. Yeah.
So we'll quickly move on to our uh, honorable mentions, I guess. So what else, the other anime on your list, Sam, what else is on your watch list?
So I got Solo Leveling. Of course, this is a real popular one.
Another good one, by the way. Yes, yes.
Yes. Yeah, I love the character Jinwoo and like,
Mhm.
how he's like the weakest hunter, and everybody just looks down on him. Just he's like, "Oh, you're trash," and then like he just becomes just a primordial badass in a way. He becomes a god pretty much. Um, that storyline, just watching his development, was like great to watch.
Yeah, no, you're it's
Hey,
a no, it's a great anime. The adaptation's really really great with the light novels. I apologize, I haven't uh really read the manga, but I read the light novels. Light novels are good too. By the way, light novel.
yes, yes, they
There's
are.
no they don't have any illustrations in it, so just
They don't.
warning, just warning. But not like you need it because it's a great story in and of itself. Great read, great flow,
Yeah.
and the I thought the anime adaptation was pretty good. So
I thought it was good too. And one thing I like to add into with Solo Leveling is the light novel, the way it was written and everything. I love that style so much. I tried even matching my style of light novels and
yes,
Tales of the
no,
Twin Blades.
totally, no, I totally agree with you there, and then the world building and everything I thought was really great, especially when you start bringing in the other countries and so forth
Hmm.
on down the road. I know it's just the first season and everything, but a lot to look forward in this one as well, not just in the anime, but the whole story itself is pretty awesome. So yeah,
Yeah,
good
yeah,
choice.
it's good to see. Yeah, it was definitely good to see.
And what's another one on your list, really quick?
Um, I would say Tower of God, man. Tower of God was really good. This is one like for me, like because I remember seeing Tower of God on not web novel, gosh, what's that one
Uh,
website?
what, webtoons?
Oh gosh. Yeah, Webtoons. I've seen it on Webtoons, and it got an anime adaptation off of that, which was pretty cool. The storyline itself was like really, really unique because everybody's trying to climb this tower and trying to meet, I guess, you in a sense, God, right?
Yeah, make their
Um,
wish.
it's, yeah, it's the king. I forgot the name of the king, but he
Mhm.
has like these princesses and stuff like that, and just interesting how they have all of them have one goal in mind, is to reach the top of the tower, but every person has their own individual viewpoints and like goals of reaching the tower. So it definitely makes it very interesting with the interesting mix of characters, so on and so forth.
Yes. That's a really good take on it, as well as season two. The second core is still going on and everything. Second season, I thought uh, after the first season that second season it's like okay, like who are these other characters and everything. So it just keeps
Yeah,
and
like who
everything.
are you?
Yeah, but still really good. Great choice. So,
Yeah, thank you.
and then
What about you, DK? What is your honorable mentions?
Uh, well, I gotta throw in a another isekai in there is what's on my watch list as well. We talked about this before with anime adaptations episode is Arifureta, uh, World Strong from uh, uh, Commonplace to World's Strongest. Sorry, I know it's a long title. I kind of messed it, but Arifureta season three more so. I'm really enjoying to see how Hajime's journey continues, especially with the new uh, equipment, the new toys, gadget he has, and everybody else that comes along for the ride with him. So, season three uh, just started. Pretty good so far. Had to go back and watch season two to refresh everything. So, I know in our anime adaptation episode we talked about good ones, bad ones, and Artie Freda kind of made the bad one. It was a great story, but the whole CGI stuff. Oh, not great. And they still continue that through season two with a few of the monsters, but not as much as in season one. So we'll wait and see what season three. Didn't really see much, if any, of that yet in season three. It's only been one episode I watched so far, but great season. Uh, I thought season two was a good season. Season three, I'm expecting that to be a good one so far as well. So we'll see what happens there. But please check it out. Like I said, in case you know what it's about, please you can go back to our anime adaptation episode where we talk more about it, whatnot, and you'll figure out there whether it's like it or not, or leave us a feedback. Love to hear your thoughts and see if you agree or disagree with us. But either way, let us know.
Yeah, sure.
And then the second one, really quick, is Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest. Yeah, that's yeah, it's great to see Fairy Tale Guild back, in action. I did read most of the manga and everything. So 100 Years Quest, it's literally a continuation from Fairy Tale where it left off, like right off the bat, with the I would say the adventure here is it gets even bigger and the enemies are even stronger. So yeah, really fun one to watch so far right now. It's we're well into season one and the second core is starting as well. But I'm not sure if you watched the original series Fairy Tale or even read the manga, but same voice actors, everything's pretty much the same. And also a lot of uh fanboy flair there, so it's
Fan service too.
fan service. Yes. A lot of fan service. Thank you for pretty funny actually. So I just like in the first one and like this one it's like I think like the timing of it is like even like funnier, but especially the one of the episodes that I watched where Natsu what was it his flames got pretty hot and Lucy was like trying to um like he kind of like I don't want to say went berserk, but um almost lost control, and so Lucy tried to like go and like get him out of it, was like trying to like go up and like hug him, like trying to bring him back and everything. I guess her chest got burned, but she got hit anyway. But when Natsu came to and everything later on in the episode, it was like and Lucy's just like, I got burned all that because of you. And so what does he do? He like lifts up her shirt. It's like, oh, I don't see any scars. But there's the fan service and everything
Oh
right there. She's like,
my
let's
God,
get
there's
out
that.
got healed. It's just like so fun.
What is an anime without fan service,
I
right?
know, but it was just so hilarious. Like, oh, good old
Uh,
fairy tale. It just brings me back to like the original series and like I said, the manga's
uh,
cool too. So you check that out. But yeah, um, everybody, yeah, check out 100 Years Quest if you haven't done so already. Pretty good so far. I think the adaptation's really great. Follows the story pretty well. I mean, they have a lot of source material from the manga anyway, so same voice actors. So all around fun one to watch, so
yeah,
really lighthearted.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so
Cool.
well, we talked about our a lot of our favorite or yeah, some great anime today. But we want to hear from you, like I said. So what anime are you watching now? What's on your watch list? Share with us. We love to know what you're watching. You never know, we may be doing an episode covering your favorite anime, and we'd love to hear what they are, feedback, what your thoughts on it, your opinions.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to hear back from you guys. Please don't forget.
Yeah, so let us know what gets you excited, whether it's action, comedy, sports. We're always curious about what's on your watch list, so please do share. And
Yes.
but again, thanks to everybody for joining us on this episode of Otaku and Friends. Really appreciate you. Again, please go ahead and follow us, like us, comment. Love to hear from you. Let us know. And if you have any ideas or suggestions or topics we should talk about, episode topics or ideas, let us know. Shoot us a comment, shoot us an email. Love to hear from you. So
Yeah. Let us know, what gets you excited, whether it's actually, yeah, everything like DK just said, we're excited to hear from you guys. So
all right.
look
Well, thank
forward.
you for listening and everything. And what's for next time? So what
Well, we're going to put that in a big giant mystery box and we will find out.
well, yeah, or actually, you know what? How about we stay tuned for the next episode because the new fall season of anime just started. So we'll be discussing a few anime that returned as well as a couple that just premiered. So you don't want to miss out. New fall season, everything new anime. We'll talk about a few of them. what we like about it. That'll be great. So please stay tuned. You don't want to miss out. So with everybody, thank you for joining us, and we will see you on the other side. Everybody, till
Yep.
next.
See you
Aloha.
guys.
Bye,
Peace.
everybody.